Okay, do we have any kind of intro? Or
It's time for the interactive experience.
Welcome to the interactive experience. I'm not sure what episode this is. I'm Sal, and
I'm Christian.
welcome back to our awesome podcast.
It has been
Where
forever
we talk-
since I've been here.
Yeah. How long has it been?
Months at least.
Yeah, I know. Me, you, and Mark. You know, we had a conversation about the future of the podcast, and we all agreed that we're gonna keep going with it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's
gonna be good
absolutely worth
times.
Continuing. I think we kind of hit some speed bumps. Everybody had other things going on we had to address.
Yeah.
And I think the three of us at least have decided to be more dedicated, whether it's 2 of 3 or 3 of 3. There's pretty much always going to be something every other week.
Have you been playing anything?
You know what? I haven't been playing much of anything. It's mostly been catching up on work stuff and mindlessly Pokemon going. I feel like that doesn't count as playing anything because it's more like a walk around activity. You just kind of end up
Pretty much, yeah.
You look down at your phone, then you put it to your side while you walk and wait to hear one of the ding sounds. Like I turn off the music, I keep the sound effects on, I listen to podcasts, and I walk. And when I hear a ding or I hear a Pokemon appearing, I'll look at my phone, continue walking. I try not to actively engage it, so I don't really play it. I mostly just like use it as a walking metric. And it's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm doing something while I walk, and this is slightly amusing. It's not really fun. It's not really entertaining. I don't feel like there's a goal. I never fight gyms. I just sort of catch, evolve, and just keep slowly gaining experience. Kind of reminds me of the guy who played World of Warcraft and never killed anything in the entire game.
Wait, what?
He reached max level only by harvesting.
Huh.
He did like all these mindless activities in the very first era. He never left, and he was like, I'm just determined. You can always get XP, and I'm just going to keep doing this until I hit max level. And he did this with one of his characters. And I doubt that was fun for him, but I feel like he just put a challenge in
Oh, sorry. Oh,
to do it.
my bad. Sorry, I totally forgot the washing machine was on.
Oh, no worries. That's exciting.
Oops. I don't know where the mute button is either. Wait, is the mute button?
Is it going to go off again?
Yeah. No, hopefully not. I think that means it's done.
Okay, then
So-
let's just ignore it. What about
Okay,
you? Are you
let's-
playing anything?
Oh, hopefully that wakes people up. If they're falling asleep while listening to us. I've been playing. I've actually been playing. Like recently was the most recent was the new update to the Animal Crossing on the 3DS.
Oh,
Which is
okay, yeah.
pretty cool.
I saw the note on it, like the I forget what it was called, Nintendo Direct, and I
Yeah.
actually was thinking, I'm like, holy shit, is this a new game? Because it didn't really feel like the other one. But I played a lot of the first one. I should say I played a lot of the original before it was the update, and don't really feel like there was anything there to entice me to go back. And that is not a common theme amongst my friends. A lot of them seem interested in it, but.
Oh, it is. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
But so what's new? What was exciting to you that made you think like, oh, I got to get back into this game again?
The main thing it added was daily missions, which kind of, whenever I played I want to play Animal Crossing, but I don't know what to do in it. So now I have like a thing I could do every day. And then when you do, like complete daily missions, like sometimes it's like catch a certain fish or, buy a certain item or something, or just plant a tree. You get these they're called meow coupons. And then you have to go to like this cat terminal to redeem them, and then you can go to this campground place to like get like special furniture. So they add new furniture into the game, which is cool because a lot of people have like gotten all the furniture at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just like all new furniture, all new stuff to do. They added amiibo support, so now you can like tap in amiibo and then go to like have different like people can visit your campground, like a bunch of characters from like the Zelda series you can tap in, like Wolflink. The Wolflink amiibo, Wolflink is like a character in the game now, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I saw this again in the game now. Those I found interesting, and I would like to see more of that come to other games. where unrelated characters can still show up in a way that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I actually really liked the idea of that, but it still wasn't enough to make me say, this is something I really want to get back into.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess for some people it's cool. For some people it's like, yeah, whatever.
Well,
Another thing
the equivalent of Pokemon Go. Like, I mostly do it because it's really accessible. I feel like my 3DS isn't nearly as accessible. Otherwise, I probably would, because it's the same kind of easy thing to do. I can pick it up and just kind of plug away on the train, and then on the way home, I just complete my daily tasks. Like, whatever I've started, I can finish.
Yeah. I just like the daily missions. It just seems cool to me. I don't know.
I think
kind of funny.
The Microsoft guys did that in a lot of their games. They started pushing for that, getting a lot of these daily activities, because it brings active users back, and that really gets your community to be large. And for especially online games and multiplayer games, it's really helpful to have stuff like that.
I just remember the dailies from Destiny. I just always had to play them. I just always had to get the daily thing, you know?
Yeah. There was experience or a bonus or items or something to be gained in Destiny?
The coupons, which you can also turn the coupons into in-game money, which is cool too. And also, what was I gonna say? You can actually restart your town, so you can actually sell your town. And then you can start a new town, which is pretty cool, because like I'm kind of sick of the layout of my town, and it'd be kind of cool if I can like sell it. Plus, like the name of my town's like the name of my car, which is kind of weird and stupid at this point. And like, yeah, why'd you name your car your Animal Crossing town after your car? I'm like, that's funny. I don't know.
It made sense at the time. Leave me alone. That's like getting tattoos, and then like years later, you're like, I don't know why I was so into that. It's like getting it for a movie, and then like 20 years later, you're like, yeah, I'm not really that big into the Matrix anymore. I don't know why I got a Neo tattoo or like a White Rabbit or something.
Pretty much, yeah. Like in the first Animal Crossing, my town was like something like Zootopia or something, because I'm like, oh, it's like a zoo. There's a bunch of animals. Ha ha ha. And when I was like 10. I'm like, yeah, that's a clever name. And then the DS one, it was Zoopia 2, and then the Wii one, it's 3. And then when I got to this one, it's like, am I gonna call it Zootopia 4? Like, that's kind of weird. So I just kind of, my bad. Okay, I kind of was too late on the mute, but yeah.
Nah, don't worry about it. It's exciting. I listened to another podcast where they have like a bell ding whenever somebody opens the door to the place they're in. And it's fun. You know what? It's almost charming, because you feel like, hey, they're active. So there's stuff going on.
Yeah, it's like endearing. Yeah. It's like, oh, life. I can hear life going on right now. I know that, like, I just recorded an episode of Just Saying, and then people just walked into our house, and me and Amanda were just like, yeah, let's just keep going. Yeah, let's keep going. And it worked. But yeah, anything else you've been playing or anything like that besides Pokemon Go?
No, I haven't even wanted to open my 3DS or turn on my Vita. I was going to get back into my Wii U a little bit today, play some Zelda, but my bedroom is a disaster, so I decided to do some laundry and clean up. And
which Zelda?
The Wind Waker remake, which I
that was a good one.
So it really felt like something I should actually play. So someday
I still have Twilight Princess. I haven't even played it at all.
Yeah, I was so into A Link Between Worlds on 3DS. It was my absolute favorite Zelda, I think, ever. It absolutely trumps Ocarina of Time for me, which was for the longest time the pinnacle of Zelda. But yeah, A Link Between Worlds was so much fun. It was so clever. It was so good looking. It was just one of those things that really resonated. And I played the shit out of it until it was done. So I feel like I'm more centered on mobile gaming, which is why when the Switch announcement came out, I was really excited to. The
Nintendo NX is now revealed, and it's all the Nintendo Switch. It's funny because the day that they were going to announce it, I was at work, so I think they were announcing it at 10:30 or something. Mm-hmm. Or 10, and I had to start work at 9:30, and I'm just can't I call in sick for 3 hours? But
I'm running late. My car broke down. Whatever.
I could. The first thing first of all, if anyone listened to any of the past podcasts, I just don't think that this. I honestly thought that they were going to call it the Wii U 2 or the Wii U Plus. I didn't think that they were going to be any smart with it. Because that was just me being pessimistic on Nintendo. I don't know.
So you were expecting more of an incremental update?
I was expecting like them to like announce a new system and it'd be like a really stupid concept and just like it's like, oh, here we go again.
Okay,
you know?
so you don't feel that the Switch is a stupid concept?
No, I'm just saying before the Switch was revealed, I thought that the NX was going to be stupid.
Yeah.
But so like I asked my coworker because I don't have a data plan on my phone, so I couldn't even look it up. I asked my coworker because he went on break at like 10:30ish, and I'm like, go tell me what it is. And like he's like the first thing you tell me, just tell me if it looks good or bad. No, and then the first thing he told me it was like the name, and I'm like, I saw him at work, and he's like, yeah, so it's called the Nintendo Switch, and I'm like, wait a second, the game then has a cool name, and I thought he was kidding. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
can't say that I love the name, but it really makes sense for what the console is.
yeah, it describes it.
Yeah, and I think it was really smart that they combined their mobile and their home consoles. So they've got the Switch is a device that you can pick up and go, or you can set it in a dock and play on your TV. So you have the same power. You've got basically the same controls on the go or at home, with an option to have a more traditional gamepad, but it does look like a pretty decent gaming peripheral. I think that some of the ways they demonstrated it being used were really silly, like the woman bringing it to a party on a rooftop.
You know that she's a meme now.
Oh, of course. That was the most ridiculous part of that whole thing. Every other application made sense and was kind of funny.
Yeah.
It was a little weird to see, hey, let's drive around and play go-karts before we go actual go-karting. Or let's stop our
funny.
actual basketball game to play some electronic basketball at this basketball court.
I thought that was funny.
I think those would have been more interesting if they were like a crossover. Like, hey, let's play some go-karting in between our game of basketball. Or let's play some electronic basketball while we're driving to go play go-karts. Or I think they were just being a little bit too literal. But I like the idea of it. I really like that you can mount it to your car seat, and now it's an on-the-go peripheral that way, and it's still meant for bigger groups. Or you carry it in front of your lap, and it's just your personal device. It's got a kickstand, which it looks so flimsy. I always thought kickstands look super flimsy. But
that one looks flimsy.
Set it down. The fact that you can set it up and play your home console games on the go, it's what consoles probably should get to at some point. Like, being able to stream games was a really sweet idea, but it kind of didn't manifest because you really needed a data plan that most people don't have access to.
I think it looks cool. Like, it's a cool idea. I like the idea of like I can bring it with me and then come home with it and play the same game. Mm-hmm. I think it's hilarious that the rooftop party girl has like an entire subreddit for like memes of her. I thought that was pretty funny.
Have people calling a name for her? Are they calling her like Julia or Kate or like
Nintendo? They called her Nintendo Karen or something.
Nintendo Karen.
Yeah, there's like Halloween costumes for her. It was pretty funny. Like the accessory is supposed to, like, people were carrying around their Wii U controller because it's supposed to be like the Switch.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, I'm Karen. It was funny.
Yeah, I'd be on board with that. That seems like a pretty funny costume.
So the thing I don't like about it is, I'm not looking forward to playing Wii U games again. That's kind of stupid to me. Like, I don't want to play Mario Kart 8 again. But
is that what they've said it's going to play? Or
no, they showed Mario Kart 8 footage and they showed Splatoon in it. So
I think that's probably just what they have ready. But yeah, I really hope it's not just like, hey, keep playing all your cool Wii U games. But you look at the power on it, and it's not gonna blow away the PS4 or the Xbox One. It's just, an incremental update on the Wii U, and it's going to be way better than your 3DS, and that's their plan now. That kind of makes sense because they're underpowered consoles where they don't try to do too much. They just go with a cool gimmick. Those tend to be the better selling ones. So this feels like the generation that it's going to be a big seller, but users will have to understand what they're getting into and what they're getting.
You're buying the functionality of it. You're not buying the power, essentially.
Yeah. So hopefully, if you want to play your Wii U game, it's not going to be a disc thing. It'll be digital download or something, and hopefully it's got a decent amount of storage in it. And it looked, based on the little cards, it looked like it would be expandable with not
Yeah.
just like game cards, but like here's your memory card and here's separately your game card. And I like the cartridge idea, especially for a console that size. It really doesn't make sense to do a lot of other things, and I don't like digital only.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's certainly problematic, especially in certain areas of North America. So
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, I really like
True.
what they're doing with it. I think it's a good idea. I'm interested in getting one. Like, I haven't used my Wii U very much, but I'm interested in getting a Switch and trying the Switch. I really don't like the weird controller attachments, like when the two pieces slide off and they become independent microcontrollers.
That's kind of weird to me because it's like now there's like how many batteries are there?
Yeah,
There's like a battery in this one, battery in that one, and then there's a battery in the controller. It's like,
yeah,
that's kind of lame.
yeah. So I think it's going to be 3 sets of lithium-ion batteries in those, and then there's one in the base unit with the screen.
Yeah.
So it's like a hell of a thing to charge, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the tiny little controller is just like super awkward. Like, I think you'd almost rather have a Wiimote turned sideways, but I understand they're trying to do something so that, like, hey, look, you don't need all these full-fledged controllers. That just seems like you're going to have to dumb down a lot of games to make them accessible with, like, hey, you get A, B, and maybe 2 shoulder buttons and a D-pad, and that's really all you get.
Yeah. Another thing is
For
it
analysts.
looks kind of extremely fragile. Like, imagine you drop that thing and all of a sudden now you can't slide on one of the controllers. You're kind of screwed, you think?
Yeah,
Like-
I imagine that's with the most tablets. Like, you see the number of tablet screens or iPhone screens or Android screens that people break.
Yeah, true. Good point.
I think the repair market for this is going to be something very similar. You'll be seeing all kinds of screen attachments, really specialty cases. I'm sure there's going to be an OtterBox case for this somehow. There'll be a life-proof case.
I don't know how they would do that because then they wouldn't go back into the dock. So you can't really
It
case
would have to be an easily removable one, but one that doesn't come off when it falls. Like, more like a rubber skin, but it would have to be pretty heavy duty to ensure that it's not going to smash when you drop it. Because it's going to be used by kids. Like, kids carrying this thing around, you know, I can't even imagine how many Wii U screens have been broken by kids, like, waving it around and, you know,
oh man,
accidentally tossing it. Because, you know, your Wii U is the interactive thing when you use the Wiimote, and then you get the controller, and I'm imagining kids shaking it, thinking it's doing stuff, and they're probably breaking a lot of them. I don't have any evidence to back this up, other than photos I've seen on the internet.
They're like $100 each if you want to replace them, though.
Yeah, and I have no
crazy.
interest in buying another full-fledged Wii U controller, because it just, like, yeah, those things look expensive. If anybody has a broken one, I'll take it off your hands, because I can put my Raspberry Pi in there and turn it into a retro console. But aside from that, I don't. Yeah.
The one thing I didn't like about the Wii U controller is that, like, my controllers, like, they wear out and everything, and, like, you're basically stuck with that one controller because you're not going to replace that controller for like $100. You know, that was the weird thing about the Wii U controller.
Yeah,
the
$100
gamepad
isn't terrible, especially since they're getting into more specialty controllers, like the the Xbox One Elite controller, which is super badass. But like in Canada, it's $250. Like, that's an expensive controller. And as much as I want to try one, I want to hold one. I would just want to see what it feels like to game with that. I have no interest in spending that kind of money for a single controller. I'm hesitant to spend that on consoles even. Like, I was really, really hesitant to buy a PS4 because it was going to be $400. So.
I bought a PS4, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Forgot to mention that. Yeah, I think I said that to you last time, but yeah, I finally got a PS4.
I think I totally it slipped right past. But yeah, you just add me on.
Oh yeah. I still gotta add you. I gotta add Mark. I gotta add Tyler and
Fiddler
everyone.
6,
Yeah.
Fiddler 6.
But yeah, back to the Switch. I don't think I'm gonna get it right away. I think I'm gonna wait.
I'm really worried. I'm not going to be a day one purchaser because I never am. But I have a feeling within like the first few months, I'm going to just lose my mind and be like, "Oh, I got to switch, guys! I got to switch! I got to switch!" And then I'll be Karen, and I will show up at parties playing the Switch.
Your rooftop parties?
Oh, I mean, it's the only way I get to play games because I just don't do it at home. So it actually probably is the best console option for me because I like playing on the go. I play on the train. I'm going to set up and play games while I travel, so fuck
Right
books,
on.
fuck other stuff. I'm gonna be playing games instead. So I'm
But that battery life, though.
you know what? I can charge it at work. I can charge it at home. I only need it to last an hour. So
Oh,
Sure,
true. Yeah,
it'll
good
last an
point.
hour.
Good point. Really, what your train ride's only an hour? That's not bad.
yeah, the door to door is like 90 minutes. Yeah, it's about 90 minutes, but some of that's driving, some of that's walking. So at most
True.
it's an hour and 40 minutes. So but then train delays and whatnot. You can't trust Go Transit to get you where you're going on time.
Yeah, that's the sad part. If only we could have teleportation,
Oh, we'll
So-
get there, but then I'll never play games because I won't have my commute to burn games on.
No, you can just play a game and then just walk through the teleporter as soon as you're done.
To be
don't know.
honest, I would probably just waste more time and be like, I can watch another episode of this because when you're on the go and you don't have access to the internet or stable internet, I'm not watching Netflix. So then I pull out a game and I'm like, okay, cool, this is what I'm doing now, and I find it kind of forces me to play more games, which is good for me because I don't do it at home.
I remember when I was in high school, I would like get my uniform all on and everything, get everything ready, like all my books by the door, and then play a game. Usually everyone does it the other way around. They play and then they're like, okay, time to get ready and go. I would like get ready, play a little bit of something, and then go. I just remember that.
I think that's a smarter way to do it because otherwise you're like, oh, I've got time. I can totally get my clothes
Yeah.
on, eat something,
Yeah.
pack my bag, and run. I'm sure I can make it, and then you're probably late all the time. So I think you're doing it your way. You're like, oh, I might only get to play 10, 15 minutes, but I get to play something.
It's funny because I found my old like agendas from high school just today because I was cleaning out my room,
Yeah.
and I was like looking through them, and I found this funny little page in my agenda where I was like kind of like making fun of the console wars, and I was like drew a picture of the GameCube, and under it I said too much fun, and then I drew a picture of the PS2, and it's like too many sports games, and then I saw the Xbox, and I put it under it says too much detail because it was the most had the most graphics and stuff. I don't know. I thought that was pretty adorable. I don't know.
It's funny looking
That's
back
funny.
at yourself that way.
Well, yeah. Just final thoughts. I'm not gonna buy it right away. I want to make a comment about how like the guy was playing Skyrim in the trailer, but Skyrim isn't confirmed for the system, which is lame.
Huh.
Another thing is when the guy took the Switch out and he was playing Zelda on the handheld, it was like 5 frames per second. Did anybody see that? It just like
I was generally
lagged.
blaming YouTube for all the visual problems on there. But yeah, I could see it being a little bit different. That base station probably offers a little bit of power.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I just gotta wait and see. I'm pretty stoked. I think it's an awesome idea. I just I kind of just want to have a game system with games, but
Yeah,
I don't know. That Mario game looks cool.
yeah. I think
But yeah,
once Nintendo gets on board and pushes hard for the first party games, if that can increase adoption fast enough on an affordable console, I think a lot of people will be getting it, and they will see a lot of third party games coming.
cool. I hope the audio turned out because all I've been hearing this entire time was like static, constant static. So I really hope this episode turned out well.
Sounds good on my end. So I think we're probably
Okay, good. I was worried. If anybody's on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/interactivexp. Good night.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
It's over 9,000!
What, 9,000?